If you are a musical theater lady of, shall we say, a certain age, and you know you are past those days of trilling about some guy buying you ice cream, you've come to the right place. I've got 7 amazing songs to use for auditions or just for fun, and they are songs that I gotta say are not the same old, same old. So without further ado, let's get into it. First choice, To Keep My Love Alive from A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. I have performed this one, and it has gotten great results, and so have some of my clients. It is a Rodgers and Hart tune, and it is absolutely fantastic, especially if you got a legit voice. So something a little more soprano-y or more classically trained, it is right up your alley. It is not a belted piece. It's a lot more restrained in its humor, lots of dark, dry wit here. Total blast. Number 2, I Want the Good Times Back from The Little Mermaid. If you've got that villainous, glamorous energy and you know how to work that stage. Ursula, Dreamgirl, am I right? And then 3, we've got one that might be my favorite on this list, and that is Who's That Girl from the musical Applause. A musical a lot of you don't know, but I suggest you look it up right now. It is a musical based on All About Eve, that iconic Hollywood movie, and it starred, speaking of iconic, the glamorous, amazing Miss Lauren Bacall. So if you've got that old school glamour, that grande dame energy, Who's That Girl, and anything that Margot Channing sings in Applause, perfect fit for you. Number 4, we have Nelson from A Day in Hollywood, A Night in the Ukraine, written by the fantastic Maury Yeston, who also wrote musicals such as The Other Phantom and Grand Hotel and Titanic. Very underrated genius of a musical theater composer. Anyway, if you are a bit more quirky and also have great pipes, Nelson might be your fit. Number 5, Jenny's Blues. This one is from It Should Have Been You, a musical that's a little bit more current, but did not, unfortunately, find its audience. Now, don't think for a second that because it didn't do well, it's not a great show, because it totally is. And Jenny's Blues is great for somebody who's more skilled in the more modern musical theater techniques. If you're really good at a high belt and riffing, but dramatically keeping it more real and grounded, Jenny's Blues is a bit of a trial, but some of you are definitely up for it, and it may be your fit. Number 6, My Most Beautiful Day. Oh, this one is such a sweet, lyrical, warm-hearted song. If you have a sweet spirit about you, a little bit more of, dare I say it, older auntie or more grandma energy, I'm just being honest here, this is probably your fit. Lovely piece from Tuck Everlasting, based on that beautiful book. And then lastly, I love this piece, The Bus from Amarillo. I'm going to be careful here how I share the title, because I don't want YouTube to do anything to me. Let's call it The Best Little House of Ill Repute in Texas. You know what show I'm talking about. The one that Dolly Parton starred in as far as the Hollywood version. So if Dolly played Miss Mona, and then the fantastic Anne Margaret in a Broadway revival version, or was it touring? But either way, Anne Margaret played her on stage. So if you've got that glamorous but sweet spirit, because that's a thing, glamorous but super sweet and real, a lot like Miss Dolly and Anne Margaret, well then The Bus from Amarillo might be your fit. So there we have it. 7 absolutely fantastic musical theater pieces for women that are a bit past the ingenue stage. But you know what? This is when it gets really fun, because you've lived. You've got stories to tell. It's not always about twirling in the fields and falling in love. Sometimes it's about being glamorous, being a bit of a villainess, being warm-hearted, being real, being a little gritty, being a little bit dangerous. There's something for everyone in this list. So don't despair if you think you have to go back to the same Jerry Herman songs. As much as I love him, you don't. It's not just that for the older ladies. There is so much more out there. I hope you found this video helpful, and happy listening, and I hope you found your fit. I'll see you in another video.